Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of Barang Badge Badge. This is a new section we're going to be trying out called Damn Good Quote. Now there's lots of poetry, lots of books out there which have a lot to say about the modern way we live and mental health. And I think I want to sort of explore some of these, some quotes which I find from books which I think are really, really good, and share them with you and maybe add a little bit to them. Or some commentary at least. So this one we're going to do is from Something Wicked This Way Comes, which is awesome. It's by Ray Bradbury, and it's basically a sort of science fiction-esque dark story. Okay, I'll read the blurb. It's the week before Halloween, and Cougar and Dark's Pandemonium Shadow Show has come to Greentown, Illinois. The siren song of the calliope entices all with promises of youth regained and dreams fulfilled. And as two boys trembling on the brink of manhood set out to explore the mysteries of the dark carnival's smoke, mazes and mirrors, they will also discover the true price of innermost wishes. So I'm going to read out the quote and let's have a think and chat about it. "3," a voice said. Will listened, cold but warming, glad to be in with a roof above, floor below, wall and door between. Too much exposure, too much freedom, too much night. 3. Dad's voice, home now, moving down the hall, speaking to itself. 3. Why, thought Will, that's when the train came. Had Dad seen, heard, followed? No, he mustn't. Will hunched himself. Why not? He trembled. What did he fear? The carnival rushing in like a black stampede of storm waves on the shore out beyond? Of him and Jim and Dad knowing? Of the town asleep? Not knowing? Was that it? Yes. Will buried himself deep. Yes. 3. 3 in the morning, thought Charles Halloway, seated on the edge of his bed. Why did the train come at that hour? 4, he thought, it's a special hour. Women never wake then, do they? They sleep the sleep of babes and children. But men, in middle age, they know that hour well. Oh God, midnight's not bad, you wake and go back to sleep. 1 or 2's not bad, you toss but sleep again. 5 or 6 in the morning, there's hope, for dawn's just under the horizon. But 3, now Christ, 3 a.m. Doctors say the body's at a low tide then. The soul is out, the blood moves slow. You're the nearest to dead you'll ever be save dying. Sleep is a patch of death, but 3 in the morn, full wide-eyed staring is living death. You dream with your eyes open. God, if you had the strength to rouse up, you'd slaughter your heartstrings with buckshot. But no, you lie pinned to a deep well bottom that's burned dry. The moon rolls by to look at you down there with its idiot face. It's a long way back to sunset, a far way to dawn, so you summon all the fool things of your life, the stupid lovely things done with people known so very well who are now so very dead. Wasn't it true? Had he read it somewhere? More people in hospitals die at 3 a.m. than at any other time? Stop! He cried silently. Charlie? His wife said in her sleep. Slowly he took off the other shoe. His wife smiled in her sleep. Why? She's immortal. She has a son. Your son too. But what father ever really believes it? He carries no burden. He feels no pain. What man like woman lies down in darkness and gets up with child? The gentle smiling ones own the good secret. Oh, what strange, wonderful clocks women are. They nest in time. They make the flesh that holds fast and binds eternity. They live inside the gift. No power, accept and need not mention it. Why speak of time when you are time, and shape the universal moments as they pass into warmth and action? How men envy and often hate these warm clocks, these wives who know they will live forever. So what do? We men turn terribly mean, because we can't hold to the world, or ourselves, or anything. We are blind to continuity, all breaks down, falls, melts, stops, rots or runs away. So, since we cannot shape time, where does that leave men? Sleepless. Staring. 3 a.m. That's our reward. 3 in the morn. The soul's midnight. The tide goes out, the soul ebbs, and a train arrives at an hour of despair. Why? Charlie? His wife's hand moved to his. You all right, Charlie? She drowsed. He did not answer. He could not tell her how he was.
Alright, so let's take a look. The theme that this passage describes seems like existential crisis and anxiety. Now, the carnival represents the former, and its arrival at 3 a.m. suggests the latter. I think we know it's about existentialism and the trouble finding reasons to live for a few reasons. Firstly, when talking about 3 a.m., he says, men in middle age know it well. This is likely referring to having a midlife crisis, at some point where men feel they have aged or they have lost their youth, where they question what they have done with their existence and if it meant anything. He calls his wife immortal. Why? He implies, through the biological process of getting and being pregnant and then giving birth, they have done something meaningful. They make the flesh that holds fast and binds eternity. The act in itself of giving birth passes life on, creates something solid in the world, something you can hold on to. Maybe unlike a man's ideals, dreams, his age. He says that men get jealous of this, for we can't hold to the world or ourselves or anything. It's bleak for man, for they don't have this foundation to make something of nothing. Charles Halloway implies they would make nothing of nothing. If you have anxiety or not, you know it sucks being awake at 3 a.m. But if you have it, believe me, it really hits you hard. He describes it as being the nearest to dead you'll ever be, save dying. 3 in the morn, wide-eyed staring. Oh, that is a tasty quote. It really summarises the awfulness of that experience. Everyone can relate to that feeling of exhaustion, frustration, and often fear, and being alone at that dreadful time. It's why his son feels such fear in the passage. He worries only he and his friend and his father will have witnessed this evil carnival coming to town. Of him and Jim and Dad knowing, of the town asleep, not knowing. And I think that's where the real power of the passage comes from. Not just from the awfulness and the descriptions of existential anguish, but the isolation of it. Just like being awake with no one there to help you, it's a feeling of isolation and dread. It's how, when his wife asks if he is okay, he has no idea how to tell her. Maybe he doesn't have the words. Maybe she would never understand this raw feeling. More likely, Charles Halloway doesn't even know himself. So what do you guys think? Am I wrong about Charles Halloway? Is there something I'm missing? Any thoughts, any ideas? Please pop them down. I'd love to hear them. And I hope you enjoyed this session and have a lovely session. It's not a therapy session. Ooh. But have a sweet day. See you guys. Thanks for watching, guys, and I hope you liked the episode. I'm new to this gig, so any feedback would be absolutely wicked. Please comment below. If you liked it, go follow me on Twitter and Facebook. And if you loved it, please share, like, and subscribe. Peace.